Hello and welcome. I'm the Shasta One. Good to see you wherever you may be. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I know, another weekend stream. I'm just Minecraft is like a drug for me, and it's really hard to it's really hard to walk away. It's almost as hard to walk away from Minecraft as it is for me to have a consistent schedule to my streams. So if you did find me here today, I appreciate you taking the time. So without further ado, what do you say we just get right into it? Because I'm ready for this. I accidentally full screened OBS instead of Minecraft. Let's go! Boom! So, let me see what we got going on here. As you can see, we've jumped up to 244, almost 245 hours, day 980. We're 20 days away from hitting 4 digits on our day count. I know, even that cat's impressed. It's like, I've been alive for a long time. Cat's like, I've never been alive this long on a Shasta hardcore world. Just doesn't happen. Doesn't happen at all. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and yoink that. Let me show you guys what I've been working on, because it has been a lot. It's been tedious, and yes, I do have a few more villagers over here. I got so much to catch you guys up on, and it's only been a few days. Good to see you, Micah. Nice. Says I could take a break from my little web project to watch some Minecraft. I mean, hopefully it's more engaging than working on a web project. Who knows? So I wound up having to recruit a few more villagers from my death pit over here. I just, maybe it was mostly guilt driven. I just saw this mosh pit, all these guys just partying, slowly suffocating to death once they reach that 24 entity threshold. I decided I'd adopt 5 of them, turn them all into priests, because I didn't have the power of God or anime on my side on this world up until this point. And I did that exclusively for this trade, because I got pretty far into this build a couple days ago, and I realized I didn't have enough redstone for the whole thing. I knew that this was probably going to happen. I was when I did my resource count, I had a resource count for how to build this item sorter / massive 2 million item plus storage system. I had an inventory count for that, and I knew that I didn't have enough wood, and I didn't have enough redstone. And lo and behold, towards the end of the build, it still caught me off guard. I was like, wait, didn't I know that this was going to be a thing? I should have known. I should have known that this is going to be a thing. But anyway, I've got this thing fully built up with the exception of one minute detail, in that you need to have about a stack of each item sitting behind these chests to act as the filter. They sit inside this one hopper that allows one of a certain item to pass through. If there's about a stack of that item already in there, they'll just pass right through, and everything else will just move along their merry way. But just to show you guys what we got going on here, I'll just toss in some of these bricks. You see, there they go, disappearing 2 at a time. If we go around the corner, you can actually see the item elevator at work. There they go! They go up this elevator, slide into that first hopper, and they follow these pipes all the way around. And this is a very easy sort, because this is literally the first chest that they try. Otherwise, it might take a little bit for the items to loop all the way around this thing, drop down into the bottom row, and then loop all the way back. So I think, while this is the first item that could possibly be populated from my source chest here, the last item to get populated is actually this, I forget what item I'm reserving this for. I don't really know what item I'm reserving this for. Maybe it's just give me more stone bricks. But anyway, this would be the last. So it looks nice and built up until you get right in here. And I believe that this is what this stream is going to be about. It's going to be covering up all of this exposed piping. I know, it doesn't look like piping. It just looks like a bunch of composters sitting on top of hoppers. But that's what I'm going to call it, piping. And speaking of covering things up, it is a small miracle that this worked as well as it did. But yeah, all of this is exposed. This is right on the surface It's not, I don't know. This is not what I would describe as pretty. So I'll probably have to cover that up. But yeah, perhaps now you can understand why I needed all that redstone and why I ran out of redstone and wood, of all things. Here's an example of the filter. I did this morning. See, each of these dirt blocks is named, which means that even if dirt comes through here, it's not going to get sorted down into this this filter. These just block it, basically. And when I want an item in this particular, to populate these particular chests down here behind this mechanism, I would just put a whole stack of, say, oak logs, like right here, and that would automatically sort out any oak logs that would be moving through this hopper here and drop them into the correct chest. Xtanium! What's up, dude? Still haven't missed a stream, he says. The legend, one more notch in his belt of keeping track of Shasta streams, going back to, I believe, October 30th, 2021. What a run he's had, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not over yet. We don't know what yard line he's on to complete this football metaphor, but we know he's past the 50. Anyway, so yeah, when I say that the items go all the way around here at the top, they come to the end here, they drop down 4 blocks into these hoppers, and they start their journey back across the bottom here. You can tell that these filters are active, that there's items in here, because all of these comparators are lit up. Perfect attendance indeed. Oh, Mrs. Smith would be so proud. 4 years, 2 months, 6 days, 14 hours, 17 minutes, and 39 seconds. So what, does that mean you followed me like early on a Sunday morning, Micah? 6 days, 14 hours? Is that how that works? Look at this. 4 months for Xtanium, 1 week, 6 days, 20 hours, 35 minutes, 18 seconds, and hasn't missed a stream. Actually, let me show you guys what I've been working off of. This is it's amazing. You get deep enough into Minecraft that some of your Minecraft work doesn't even happen in Minecraft anymore. So like this could be blinding white, and my face is gonna be in front of this. I apologize for that. But yeah, I've got this organized. Each chest has a label. Like this is wing 1. It's on the left side and it's on the bottom. I've got it all just like figured out. The green highlighted ones are the ones I've already put in. But if I just want to clear this filter real quick, I'm not sure how I can do that. Where do my little filter guys go? Oh, here we go. I just gotta. Clear filter. That's what I want. Just clear these guys out. What happened? LibreOffice? Where'd everything else go? What if I did this, and then select it all? Why do I have all these rows hidden? What about the rest of them? Show rows. There we go. Oh no, Xtanium just reset it. That's pretty wild. And yeah, Micah has truly acceptable attendance. It's as to not pique the interest of truancy officers. I like that. But yeah, this is I believe 407 blocks long. There's only one out of all of these that's not stackable. That's my suspicious stew, aka my wolf brand with beans. But I've been working off that. Feels good, man. It's been kind of tedious work. I've been watching more Steam Deck videos. Been spending a little time playing outside in the snow this morning. That was my time away from Minecraft. But dude, I got back yesterday. Got off work. And I was just like, I want to play some Minecraft, and I also don't feel like streaming. So I got a lot of this done, man. A lot of this. If you're curious about the composters, composters are Basically, an exposed hopper like this introduces a minuscule amount of lag per tick, which is fine when you have just one hopper. But when you have literally, I don't know, about 1,300 to 1,500 hoppers, that starts introducing a lot of lag. And the best way to reduce that lag is actually to put a composter on top, for reasons I don't fully understand. Ruby Cat, what's up? Is that the actual subscriber Shasta Chili Dance? It is. That's the first time I've seen one of those in the wild. I also have that extension going. It's like Better TTV or something that also adds in like bootleg GIFs, like emote animation. So it's cool to see the native Switch one go in there. Again, much appreciated to was it Mystery X who provided those for us with the generous gift of subs? Unknown X. I knew it was something like that. Anyway, I'm just running from side to side. Maybe I should start populating more of these. Yeah, I've been working behind the scenes, Micah. I've been updating my emote set. Once again, trying to get as much content out there for free as I possibly can. But that was actually a recent addition, so I'm not surprised that caught you off guard. How cool is that? I find that almost difficult, Ruby. Like I've actually been seeking out other hardcore Minecrafters on Twitch, trying to find people with like a similar vibe. You know, chill, not over the top, not just like yelling in your face and overreacting to every little thing. And I don't know. I hear like a zombie on their stream, and I don't know if it's on theirs or on mine. It makes me question reality a little bit. It really gets in my head. I love that emote, Micah. When that emote was first posted on my friend's Facebook in 2009, I was like, oh my god. That's the worst photo of me ever taken. I want to burn it from the internet. And now I see it, and it's just like, that's hilarious. Now I use it myself. I use it myself in like signal chats to show when I'm super hyped about something. But yeah, I found that these guys were more efficient to get redstone. This is a more efficient way to get redstone if you have a raid farm, which gives you an infinite amount of emeralds, than just going mining for redstone. I tried it. You guys remember mining in this game? God, it's miserable. And then I also tried my witch farm, and that's just like that's the worst. Oh no. I mean, Killberry was my official photographer, the official photographer of my friend group throughout all of high school. And yeah, I think she's also got some blackmail material on me from college and post-college life as well. No, that's not the worst photo. What would you is the one I'm guessing, Killberry, the one you have in mind is maybe 2012, I believe, because I had super long hair, I had the beard, and I looked really homeless, and I was on your couch in our hometown. Maybe that's the worst. I don't know. Now I'm scared. I'm scared of what Killberry might be referencing here. And you know, it's been 15 minutes. I could probably actually like do something in Minecraft while I'm at it. How about sleep? Also, you know what's funny? Since I ran out of wood, that also meant I made a little bit of progress over here. Look how clear this is. Look at this. You actually see like the different tiers of dirt around here. Like where I'm seeing now where I'm going to put roads. In some of these places, this is all cleared out over here, which is wild. You see those leaves are still decaying. Like, I don't know. The old master plan's coming together, y'all. It only took literally over 10 days of in-game play to get to this point. I can't believe we're past the 10-day mark at this point, dude. This is just a measurable portion of my life over the past 3 months that's really gone into this. So Micah was thinking about that photo as well. And Killberry said from the other room that was not. Oh no, that wasn't even the photo that she was thinking of. I'm scared. I'm scared. I need to get off this conversation topic, otherwise it's gonna show up somewhere. No, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Oops. Pew! I'm glad those don't explode. That'd be a terrible way to die. Accidentally launching off a firework indoors. That'd be a terrible way to lose. I don't know. That would kind of be an appropriate and funny way to lose the hardcore stream world, I suppose. Anything else I can toss in here? So just okay. Yeah, right. Let's hope Team Tree doesn't see this. Actually, to make mossy cobble, you need just a mossy stone brick and vines, right? To make mossy stone. So you need vines. You can't craft vines, of course, but mossy. There we go. Oh, that makes sense. Moss blocks are in the game now, so it's a 1-to-1, huh? That's pretty brutal. I gotta get like a moss farm going. I didn't even think about that. So I'm just gonna ignore these. This is why I filled every single one of those filter hoppers with all 5 filter blocks. Just so I can just ignore these, and any of these that go in, they go into this overflow chest, which I currently do not have access to, I believe. Let me just go over here real quick. Yeah, so this is the overflow chest right here. Kind of ugly. I'll figure it out. There, let's make it look a little more inviting. I'll also have to check that on occasion. Because hoppers run underneath these blocks, go into the wall, and then they go into that item elevator that you guys saw a few minutes ago. New keyboard switches. New as in keyboard switches that you've never tried before? That's pretty hype. That feels like rare that's the rare wild frontier for you at this point. So I could definitely feel the excitement there. Anyway, there's the item elevator. I don't even know what I had planned kicking off this stream. This is a pretty like I can't just ramble, you know? I gotta actually think about what I'm doing, and that's always, as you guys know, that's always difficult for me. You know, that something walking and chewing bubble gum. But what do you say we just go ahead and give this a whirl? I should have not too many of any of these. That's correct. I can do the mossy cobble. I'll do that. I believe I can actually do the mossy cobble slabs as well. That's pretty hype. Andesite. Another thing of andesite for the stairs. Half andesite for the slabs. And then let's go ahead and add another for the walls as well. Another for the polished. Goodness gracious me. Okay. We're actually going to need some more oak switches too. Does Minecraft actually have like a tree hugger community? Man, trees have it so hard in Minecraft, you know? They are the foundation. You can't do anything in this game without taking the axe to some trees. Or even worse than that, early game, just slowly and painfully punching trees to death. That's gotta be the worst. There's andesite slab. There's a No, that's good. There's polished andesite slab. At first, I was like, oh, did I just screw up? Now we're Gucci, baby. Go ahead and make a stack of those as well. Why not? Okay, let me see if I got this. Owl Labs tungsten switches, also known as Wolfram in some countries. That's why it's element. Its official element letter is W for tungsten. A long pole, linear switch. Linear means they don't have the clicky little bump in them. It's just like smoothly goes down. I dig the loud sound of the long pole switches. Using some tactile ones in this board right now. Nice. So are these actually gonna be going into your main board, your daily driver, or are you gonna like test them out first on another one of your boards just to see how they are? Are they a possible replacement candidate for those current tactile switches you're rocking right now? I guess would be my first question. Let me see if I can figure this out off of my little Excel sheet. Okay, so empty. This is all the mossies. Got mossy cobble. So this would be the 6th slot. Yes. Okay, so here's what I want to do. When I want to add an item to the filter, I just take a stack of it right here, put it in the left. This will go down until it reaches, I believe, 41 blocks. And when it does that, you're good to go. Boom. There you go. We have enough items in the system. That's the only downer about this setup, is that you got to prime it with a certain amount of items that just are forever out of use. So for something more rare than mossy cobblestone, like diamonds, you would need 41 diamonds to even see a single diamond down in your diamond chest beneath this. So that's a pretty high cost to play with this here item sorter. But at this point in my gameplay, it's kind of worth it. Dude, could you imagine? Micah says you need a tree-hugging hardcore world where you roam the world until you find tools in a blacksmith chest or something. That would be brutal. Because, like, how else would you get wood and sticks? Would you... Oh, my God. So, naturally occurring wood within the world that doesn't come from trees would be villages. So, I would have to be just the devil incarnate for these villagers, just showing up and just completely stripping every loose block of wood in their village. I would call that kosher since they're the ones who did the chopping. And then also I would have to raid abandoned mine shafts because they have like those wooden structures with the 3 wood planks on top. I think that's how you would have to do that. And then like Micah said, you'd have to just raid villager chests for various tools. That would be brutal, dude. That's a fun thought. Don't you be putting these evil thoughts in my head. I have to... I said I was done with Minecraft after this run. I can't do that. Wait, did I already fill these in? Oh, shit. I didn't mark these. Oh, my God. What, this whole top is... Should have highlighted these in my Excel sheet. That's okay. Go ahead and turn these green on my Excel sheet. Bang. Then start on the right. I was talking to Zeta. Like, this is... I'm going to build this up. I'm going to decorate this. Now that I got the hard work out of the way, I just have to figure out how I want to do it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep, like, these wooden arches. The more I look at them, the more I'm just like, man, I could really do with that spruce wood right now, you know? So, I've put a little thought into this room design. What I want to do is I want to have each of these 4 archways be visually distinct. But I also want them to work well together as well, right? I want to look cohesive and not random and just too loud and gross. But I also want to, at a glance, because at a glance is very key for me because I'm so like scatterbrained and all over the place. I need something that's clearly labeled and also something that works with my design sensibilities. So my thought was, you see how these 3 logs at the very top are only half exposed? Only the bottom half of those 3 logs is exposed. I might use a different color of concrete just right there for just those 3 blocks. So you just have a thin half a meter strip of different color at the top of each of these archways. And that is distinct enough that at a glance, I will be like, yes, that one is pink. That is the exit. And this one is blue. That means this contains armor and weapons, or for example. And it's bright, it's noticeable, and it also doesn't detract from the overall style of the build. I mean, half a block, dude. That seems... I just came up with that example right now, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Micah says, oh, these are possibly daily driver switches. Been searching for louder, maybe a little clackier switches, because oh, you see those loud switches? Oh, you're coming around on my deafening clicky way of life. Which is funny because like the keyboards you made me, that's kind of my ideal amount of audio. Because like I woke up at 6:30 this morning and I was wide awake, and knowing Zeta, she was probably awake too and just like moving in silence like lasagna. But I every time I typed with my old keyboard, I would feel like every keystroke was a bomb going off. And I felt like she could just hear every single bit of it. I'm going to do that, actually, Killberry. Actually, this will be the Lapis Archway up there. I got to do it. You know what's funny about me making all these, though? Oh, I was doing the bottom. I got to do the bottom ones. Let me check the bottom ones real quick. I also need a better way to navigate here. Yeah, so the filters are not in place here. Unknown X, hey man, thanks for stopping by. And hope you're crushing it this weekend. Hope you're having a good one. And if you're just stopping by and have to head out, glad you're keeping busy. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. I like that, man. I like that. People just stopping by to say, hey, you know, like, hey, I recognize that you're streaming, wanted to visit. I got other things going on in my life, but I hope it all goes well for you. I like that. Okay, so after the Mossies, so it's the beginning of the third one. So 1, 2, and then 3. Oh my. Ugh. Put this here for this very reason, man. Also, it's kind of dark down here, isn't it? Kind of spooky. Underrated. Here's why I like the Elytra. Even in here, you see I'm wearing it right now. Just double tap space and you can crawl through one block gaps. Like that made this infinitely easier to build. Just because I can squeeze through these little gaps, man. I can just squeeze right through them. Yo, Bolting Tad, what's up? Thank you. Thank you. I accept your congratulations for not dying for the past 245 hours. But, you know, there's still time, man. There's still time. Okay, so this one is andesite. And it goes. I got the, so next after that, andesite stair. And andesite slab going on there. Bolting Tat, you still playing some Rocket League, man? If so, what rank are you at these days? Pretty sure you blew right by me when we were both playing. This is a polished andesite block. Boom. There we go. So that's oak logs right there. Okay, the rest is just wood, so I won't be able to get to those anyway. Micah says, let's not get too out of hand with those loud keyboards. Louder? It's nothing like the volume and sound of clicky switches, just something with a more defined sound signature. I like that. I like the sound of that. I can't really say... I like the sound of your description. I can't say I like the sound of the switches. I haven't heard them yet. Micah says, I could be mistaken, but I believe the switches in your keyboard have a slightly longer pole. And the pole is just like the length between, like, say, the underside of the keycap itself. The switch has that pole that's the keycap plugs into. So there's differences in the length of that mount on the switch itself. Is that what the pole is? Or is the pole like something inside the switch that travels and pushes? I don't even know. What is a pole in this sense? Because I am still a keyboard dumb. Let me go ahead and highlight those green. Mossy Cobble Block, you are also green. There is no escape. Birch Log and Birch Plank. I use those a lot, so I could be... And I just chopped down half of a forest of those bad boys, so surely I have a stack of birch logs and a stack of birch planks to work with. Yes, sir. Go ahead and get those knocked out. This all feels like it could be... If I wasn't enjoying myself so much, like this, I could see how this could be tedious. But oh man, I love it. So it's these two. But that doesn't look like these two. Let me double check. I'm right here at the end of it. There you go. Yeah, birch log followed by birch plank. I'll go ahead and replace them bad boys. Y'all, we got so much snow overnight here. So much snow. It was crazy how fast it happened, too. Oh, look at that. I guess that repeater just blinked. It blinked on to when it reached the 41 block limit. I'm not sure how that exactly works, to be honest. It just works. Smarter minds than me did this on YouTube. But it went from like 60 degrees to like upper 20 degrees Fahrenheit and just covered our entire town in maybe like, I don't know, 3 to 5 inches of snow. And it was that nice wet snow too. It wasn't like these super dry, powdery snows like we usually get here over the past few years. So I made myself like a little baby snowman on our front porch right now. Just a little guy, like not even 30 centimeters tall. Just a little guy. About a foot tall. I'll highlight those two. Am I just gonna be spending this whole stream just gently highlighting? I guess I could do the oak saplings too. Something I'm excited about tonight is I think tonight I'm gonna mark... Oh, these are dark oak saplings. Get out of there. I'm gonna mark something off of my bucket list here that has been on my bucket list for about 10 years. God, I've been living in the city for a long time at this point. You see, the feast of St. Patrick, St. Patrick's Day, patron saint of Ireland. You know, it's that holiday where back in like 500 AD, St. Patrick showed up on the island of Ireland, kicked out all the snakes because he's a jerk, and he proclaimed that on this day, March 17th, we should all drink green beer to celebrate me banishing all of these legless reptiles. That's word for word. That's actually canon. No, it's not. But here in Shastatown, USA, there's something of a Catholic presence here in this town. And so for the St. Patrick's Day festival, which takes place the Saturday prior to the Feast of St. Patrick on March 17th, the local Catholic bishop comes out and he brings together every keg of green beer in our local like party part of the city, and he raises his holy hands and he proclaims a blessing over the kegs of beer right in the middle of the street. And then after the blessing has concluded, you know, we take your ceremonial first cup of green beer, and then it gets spread out to the masses, and everyone just gets schmammered. And I've always had a fascination with the blessing of the kegs. It's so silly. And yet, I see it. I need to see this. It captures my fascination. So, I'm gonna go see that tonight. I'm just gonna go watch a man in a robe put a just supernatural blessing on booze. Between this and my stream a couple days ago, this is a very booze heavy conversation topics so far. I think... Yeah, I got mossy cobblestone, so... Go ahead and knock that one out too, right? What's the Irish blessing? I walked into... It was... like a local tap shop. It was basically just... It was too nice to be called just a bar. It was like a tasting kind of place over in, I believe, Alton, Illinois. And they had something painted on the walls. All I remember is that they had Old Rasputin on tap. And Old Rasputin's probably the reason why that's all I remember. They had that classic Irish blessing on the wall where it's just like when you drink, you get merry. When you get merry, you get tired. When you get tired, you fall asleep. And if you fall asleep, you go to heaven. Therefore, let's get drunk and go to heaven, or something like that. Something along those lines. Which I was just very amused by. So I'll be thinking of that blessing when I head on out over to the blessing of the kegs tonight. Anyways, how's that for a tangent, eh? So I got mossy cobble slabs, and that is in 1LB4. So here's 1L on the bottom, and number 4. Let's see how many of those bad boys disappear. Bang, it's always 41. So if you have at least 41 of an item, then the filter's going to work. You don't even need a whole stack. You don't even need 3/4 of a stack. Let me go ahead and highlight that. Holy cow. I mean, I'm probably the reason. I shouldn't put all this blame on myself. Twitch is probably the reason why your game's at 100 ping. Dude, 100 ping in a game, like a competitive game, that's pretty brutal. Once you get into triple digits with like Rocket League, that's pretty rough, man. Cars start teleporting all over the place. The ball is never where you think it's going to be. Talk about a nightmare. And in Team Fortress 2, you gotta have some... Team Fortress 2 requires some quick reflexes, man. You got your avid gardener, like the gardener's spade. He has little lag as possible to whip that bad boy out. The stone-ish. Cracked stone brick. Can I make cracked stone brick? And you're playing sniper. Man, more power to you. Like I think that you gotta be pretty skilled at a game, at least in my experience, to play as sniper. Cause like I could never play as a sniper in a multiplayer shooter, cause I'm just always bad at shooters. It started from an early age. I think that I came out of the womb as good as I will ever be at military shooter video games. First-person shooter video games, not necessarily military. Team Fortress 2 comes to mind, of course. And I think I've just gotten worse every day. Like, I probably could have been I could have been pro if I just started from the day I was born, but I would have got worse and worse as time went on. Empty. So, cobble. Make cobblestone stairs do I have? I need more stairs. Cobble stairs. Got enough of these bad boys. I need stairs and walls. You see, and for me, 230 hours is not, that doesn't, maybe I'm a little biased because I put in a stupid amount of time on this dang hardcore world. I've got more time on World 11 than you have in Team Fortress 2. And you're skilled enough in that game to be a sniper. That's pretty boss, in my opinion. That's why I like Minecraft. I'll need to have like super precise aim. Which I gotta say that like moving through this game, I'm sure that I do some things that look fairly impressive. Maybe? I don't know. And they're probably just, they're second nature to me at this point, right? That's for the polished. Go ahead and knock those out. So stairs, slabs, wall, polish. Stairs, slabs, wallish, polish. I can show my screen in Discord if you want to see how good reflex you need. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure. I've got enough on my mind already. I don't think I can add some high frame rate, intense Team Fortress 2 action. Although I have a couple friends who play the shit out of Team Fortress 2. And I probably haven't played Team Fortress 2 since 2012, probably? Late 2012, because when Steam released on Linux, I know, it always comes around to Linux for me. But when Steam released on Linux as a beta in November of 2012, the first game that they released was, of course, Team Fortress 2. Which at the time ran better than Windows. Actually, I think them releasing it on Linux improved the Windows performance, which is a nice example of a rising tide raises all boats, in my opinion. And so I played a little Team Fortress 2 just because of the novelty, because at that time, all I was gaming using Linux was like Minecraft. Been playing Minecraft for a couple years at that point. There was L Breakout 2, which was a breakout game native to Linux that if you lost, like if the ball went past your bumper, there'd be like this little voice that goes, "Damn it!" Which I think that at least Ubuntu release, they removed in subsequent releases. Not the game itself, just the audio. Solitaire. A few random indies I picked up from the Humble Bundle. That takes me back. Not in the best way either. So I got those 2 stones to highlight. Empty, empty, cobble, cobble. Empty, empty, so cobble right here. Followed by stairs, slab, wall. Bang. Y'all, this was not worth it at all. This sorter was not worth it. The amount of time I've been working on this, I play a lot of Minecraft. I've been working on this since what, March 4th? March 3rd? Now the 12th? We're coming up on like 10 days of working on this thing. And just sweet baby Jesus. I will never get the amount of enjoyment and use out of this that I thought I would. I don't know, maybe, depending on, you know, I've gone 983 days. Who's to say that I won't be here for another 1,000 days, and this is going to be so clutch. But would I recommend this? I don't know. The setup is just kind of pain. Got 2 stone in there, so let's move on to the granite. Oh, I already got that. So there's my granite. Okay. Stairs, slab, wall, polished. Okay. Some keyboard switch anatomy in the Discord. Oh, I love this. Okay. Okay, just double checking my game is paused. Gonna move this on over here real quick. And bang. Okay. Yeah, look at these guys. Okay, so these are like upside down, right? And the pole is... Oh, I see this. This is nice. It's got a line, so you see each pole is different lengths. That little plus sign is what the keycap sits on, if I'm seeing this correctly. Micah says, and I quote, these are keyboard switches, BT dubs, if you're just joining us. The pole is the pole in the center of the switch stem, and it slots into the extrusion on the base of the switch, as you can see. So the red is a standard pole length, the center is Micah's current switches, and the yellow, oh, that's my switches. Yeah. I can see it. I recognize that, actually. Boom. You see, I got a little... Well, of course, the green screen's not going to cooperate here. But yeah, you can see in the second photo, the switch bases are the same size. The longer pole means you can bottom out and hit the base of the switch, which leads to a louder bottom out sound. Usually a slightly clackier sound, depending on the materials used to make the switch. Yeah, that was a lot for the Twitch chat, man. That's cool. Balloon Fire, welcome back. Just stopping by, that is totally understandable. Hope you're out there crushing it still. Hope maybe you found a tractor to tow your own tank. I just hope you're doing well, man. And thank you for wishing me a nice stream. Alright. Once again, I show my lack of ability being able to walk and chew gum at the same time. Actually, before I forget, since I'm over here by my scaffolding, and I'm also over here by my lapis lazuli, which I have a shamefully few blocks of, let me just go ahead and do one of these numbers. Let me see if this strange experimentation of weird science is going to work out in my favor. Kevin! Kevin, are you in the chat? No? I got this one. Actually, let me, before I ban, I'm going to report. Ban malicious links or bot accounts. Yeah. I think this is a bot account. Want to become famous, LOL, and block. Woo! Oh, block and ban. I'm just doing a little bit of everything, baby. Okay, let's see how long this takes. Twitch has received my report. That was pretty quick. Extanium is now following me. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get back to it. That's pretty subtle. I like that. Immediately, I'm just like, blue. That's the way out. I think that's kind of boring. I'll give you guys that. Not much of a variation on the tutorial design. But that works for me, dude. So on the right, bottom. Okay, so I'm on the wrong side. Bottom. And that's sandstone, so it should. That's another nice thing about using the actual blocks instead of, you know, item frames, is that I can just peek right through these right here and see exactly where I'm at. Actually, I think I could even, if I have these items on me, I could just middle click. Interesting. Why is this not lining up? Be stone, stone. Cracked stone brick. And 2 empty ones, right? Get more lapis. I think I'm... Any lapis that I need, I basically have infinite lapis now. It's just not in the chests. You know, I just have my dealers that I go to. I just got the old pit of priests over here. We're just ready to deal out as much lapis as I need. Look at them. Like, you got coin. Khajiit has wares. What's on top? So stone, cobble. I turn off the space heater. It's getting a little toasty in here for the first time. Can't believe that snow is almost melted outside. You almost got me at first, Quantagon. Here's exactly how that played out in my head. One, surprised there was another bot so soon. And then I looked over and saw your username, and I was profoundly disappointed. Like, no, the bot's got Quantagon. What do I do in this situation? And then immediately it was, okay, this is kind of par for the course for the guy. And Zimba too. No. Hey, that price is nice though. Let me tell you. Oh yeah, this is actually the top blocks, and I'm setting the bottom filters here. So okay, I see where I'm at now. I also understand why I was very confused by this. Granite stairs. I had those around here somewhere. Granite slab. I believe that means the granite wall is next. Followed by some of that polished stuff. It's true, dude. You could have been like, buy followers, primes, and viewers with Rocket League for a price of 69 cents. Nice. Oh, I'm not tired. You're tired. Stop. I thought I might have some sand around here. So, yoink. That's enough sandstone. Hell yeah. No. Ruby Cat's ping is just creeping up there. Show me. Yeah, there we go. It's like, show me that smooth sandstone. It's okay. I encourage you to be here, of course, but, you know, I understand that competitive Sigma grind set. We might have to just, like, close the stream for a little bit just to keep that competitive edge going. This is dedication. What's happening right here? Also, yes, Sigma grind set is the latest phrase that was hip a few months ago that I am going to use my old age to drive into the ground and make it profoundly uncool. That's the next mission that I'm on. I think that's probably, for a game with great mechanics and controls like TF2, I think that's something that Team Fortress probably excelled at more than any other. And that's really its killer feature is it's just fun. Like everything from like the visuals to the what passes for plot, it's all just like so outlandish and goofy, and it's a complete 180 from Team Fortress Classic, of course, which is very much like lots of drab greens, very realistic, quote unquote, looking graphics and scenery. I've heard that. I've heard that the community is pretty good. What's wild? Didn't that game drop in 2007? And it still has a crazy dedicated player base even to this day. That's just impressive, man. Oh crap! Gotta make more sandstone. Just that 1-2 punch from the Illberries. I'll catch you later. I gotta go to a birthday party for a dog. Which is great phrasing by itself. And then Killberry with the follow-up of, you might think he's joking, but he's not. That's good. All right. Is the dog even going to have a birthday cake? Hopefully it's not chocolate. Enjoy that puppy birthday party? And I'm glad I got to see you for a little bit before. Oh wait, no. This is for sand. Oh, I screwed that one up. This is enough. It's good. How do you buy a present for a dog? Like what? Do you just get it a bone? I'm so confused. And still yawning. Why am I doing this? I got a decent amount of sleep last night. No, it's because I got up so early. I'm so excited. I'm so excited on the weekends. You know? I want to get up like 20 minutes before work and you just drag me out of bed on the weekdays. But weekends, man. It's like, I got so much time for activities. Let's go. Stone. A bakery for pets really does seem to be... That seems... I don't know, you would think that'd be pretty niche, but there's a lot of doting dog owners out there, I think. Probably be all over that. I can actually... This is really nice. I could just toss these in here. And they will automatically sort out. That's so hype. I mean, I think that the... Yeah. Yeah, that should sort out. Neat. Oh, you can just listen to that thing going. It's whirring away. All right, one stone. Stone stairs. Stone sleigh habs. I chickened out, Zimba. I chickened out. Because I was looking at it. There's pros and cons to both approaches. And there just weren't enough pros for me to be like, yeah, I'll do the water thing. So here you go. Here's your view behind the scenes, Zimba. It's everything you've seen before, I am sure. Just got a little water elevator right there to get them up here. And then just your standard hopper pipeline with, as you suggested, the composters on top to reduce lag. Bought the dog a peanut butter and jelly sandwich treat and a bone in the shape of a frog. Nice. That frog bone's gotta be pretty appealing. Like, I see those guys out in the yard all the time, you know? Never got a chance to bite into one. You're not gonna believe it. It tastes exactly like a bone. That's cool. 1, 2. And I think I'm gonna have to cook up a couple more stacks of stone to get that. What is this, like hardened stone? Like, what do you call this stuff? Smooth stone? Yep. that, I'm just gonna head on over to my cooker. I don't know why I keep flying down here, just slamming my face repeatedly into the ceiling. It's appealing to me. I don't understand why, but... Alright, load them up. I think you smelt stone to make smooth stone. I think that's what's going on. Guess I'm about to find out. Well, it's cooking, so that's cool. Let's wait until the results roll in here. Smooth stone? Yep. I mean, I played that up, but I was reasonably confident I can knock that out. Looking over here at my music stand, I gotta work on a little more of that music tonight. For the musical I'm providing drums for. You really don't have to wring my arm for those things though, because it's fun music. Is it music that I would like go out of my way to listen to? Probably not. I'm not much like a casual musicals listener / appreciator. Musicals they're kind of robbed of their power when I don't see them live. So it's not like I'm gonna go and listen to a lot of musical soundtracks in my free time. A better runner-up for the sorting system. A chest minecart around the system in order to fill it. There's still that's true. There's still some inefficiencies there with that though. It's like the chest fills up and then you kick it off on its way, but it only spends X amount of seconds per each hopper. So that might take longer to unload. That would probably be less laggy though, because it wouldn't be running. It wouldn't be running 24/7, right? It's only running when it has items to offload. So that is pretty cool. That really didn't cross my mind. We're just gonna do a stack of these. I need some more podzol, man. Wherever will I find some podzol? Spoiler alert, it's stuff I'm running around on top of. That nets me enough. Yeah, Simba says you could detect the items in the cart to stop the cart. Although that would end up a bit bigger, I think. Yeah, as much as I've grown in my redstone usage and understanding, I think that's... I'd have to do a little more research on that. I do know that, like, space is certainly a premium for me here. So if it would take up a little more space, that might be space that I don't have, because I knew it was going to be close. But, for example, I didn't think it was going to be this close. That's really close. And it wound up looking hella good, so I'm sure I could have made it work. I flexed a little bit of that Minecraft confidence, you know. So after the smooth stone, you got the podzol. I do not have a lot of coarse dirt. I think that coarse dirt, does that only show up underneath azalea trees? Something like that? That's the dirt and not a filter block. Take some gravel as well. You see I got some random items that fell in here from mining before I capped off my hoppers. That just kind of comes to the territory. I'll clean those out as I find them, as you can see here. That is, in fact, the zombie that is terrorizing my villagers in my little trading hall over here. He's supposed to be there. I'm not too concerned. All right, let's get going. Stone. Followed by more stone. Followed by even more stone. I know, y'all probably look at me like I'm crazy. This is like my idea of a good time. I'm enjoying myself. Working all this stuff in. Did I get those backwards? Oh, shit. Did. What's this gonna look like? Is that gonna take even more of them? Hopefully that's not broken. I think it'll work. And then here we do the smooth stone. Slab. Grass. Posel. The coarse dirt. And the actual dirt. So what I'm doing is the whole idea. Okay, so this massive storage system that I've built, it's, as you can see, it's just chests on top of chests on top of chests. That's the easy part. But behind these hallway walls of the storage system is an auto sorter. What's up, Chevy? I'm not telling the road story again. I ain't doing it. 5 times! But RubyCat, this is an auto sorter. So items will move across this pipeline here. And for each of these, I have an item that I'm configuring. Let me find a good example here. So smooth stone. Smooth stone traveling along. This one has smooth stone in this little filter hopper here. So the smooth stone moves along. It's all happy. It hits here. And bam, it travels through my filter and goes down into the storage chest. So basically, once this is done, I will not have to manually place any items at all that I have configured. I guess that's an important caveat here. But just to show you, these 2 chests are the magic ones. So here I put a stone stair, stone slab, stone, and smooth stone. And these will all work through the system, and it's going to take some time, but they will eventually be deposited in their respective chests right here. And 1 stone will drop into this one as well. It's going to be really, really nice. Again, questionably worth it, because this has taken like a week of my life. This is like the beginning of Detroit Robots Make Everything. Is it? Basically, that's been my goal with this entire world. It's just to automate out every little bit of Minecraft. So ultimately, it's taken a week and a half of my life, but slowly but surely I want to have unlimited everything in order to have creative mode. I just want to have creative mode. Fly around everywhere, have unlimited items, don't have to worry about anything, and then inevitably, you know, get killed by a guardian or something like that. Or an AFK zombie, like I've said. A super world, indeed. Simba says you could put a comparator on the input chest to prevent emptying until you close the box, in case you put anything accidentally, like an unstackable item. Dang, that's a good thought. Maybe that's something I gotta dream up. I've never done anything like that. I'm not 100% well versed on like how comparators work exactly. So I'm sure it's pretty easy. That's something I haven't even tried before, man. Yeah, no milk. No milk. It'll go bad. It'll go bad in the pipes. I can't have it. There we go. Knock that out. Knock those out as well. Oh, but there are so many items left. Actually, you know what's really funny? My random desktop right now. Get a look at this. Does that bridge kind of look familiar? Kind of, just barely. Looks a lot like my little suspension bridge as well. I gotta like. So what I cannot do is I cannot place these filter blocks in, otherwise that'll gum up the system and get everything nice and confused. That's right, Ruby Cat. It is the Ligma Bridge. Let's see how Ligma Bridge of the Jeff Bridges is doing. Still looking fantastic. Love to see it. I think just to switch things up a little bit, I'm going to coast over here and chop down a few more trees. I will say, I'll continue my thought process from a few streams ago when I was planning all this out. Can you still see what's going on there? So, across the bridge, we'll have a road that goes right on top of this ridge, just right up against the river canyon, basically. And some builds through there, and then I'll probably... This could be tough. Maybe have a road like right in front of this hill right here as well, down to this nice flat area. There's a lot that we could do with this flat area here. The Ruby Cat, I wish I could have shown you how much snow that we got last night. I'm sure it's not like a lot of snow for someone who lives in a snow-heavy region, but we got a pretty good amount of snow last night. I'm very proud of my little baby snowman I got standing on our front porch. I don't know if he's still standing. It's gotten a little warm out there. I'll have to see. Oh, that fox is napping right there. I can't wake him up. That tree goes last. It's been years, but I have done that before. Make an apartment for villagers. It's been snowing for 2 to 3 days over there? Okay, so that's a lot of snow. That is a lot of snow. I don't think I've seen that much snow in my life. It's a lot of snow for me when it's like a few hours of snow, let alone getting into days. That does remind me though. Did you guys see that they actually oh, I scared off the fox. Anyway, time to chop down his tree. They found Ernst Shackleton's ship last week. Did I mention this? I was pretty excited about it. Because one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite bands called Our Retired Explorer Dines with Michel Foucault in Paris, 1961. I know, it's just a really catchy song title. Very easy to remember. But they have some offhand references to the great Antarctic and Arctic explorers. One of which was Ernest Shackleton. Shackleton, back in 1913, he wanted to set an on-foot record for fastest time across Antarctica. A very fine endeavor, had a nice group of like 30 men. And his ship got icebound. It got locked up in the ice in the South Weddell Sea. which is a great name for a sea, Waddle, just like the penguins do down there. And the ship was crushed. It was literally crushed in the ice. And they are thousands of miles away and across an ocean from the nearest human contact, nearest human settlement. And of course you think, wow, how many people are they all going to die? Like this is awful. They stay with the ship. It's just crushed, but it's crushed in a way that it just sits on top of the ice for a few months, thinking that, well, someone knows that we're here. Maybe if we hang tight, someone will come by and rescue us. You know, the days go on. Your facial hair grows longer. Your face grows more gaunt. Just staring at all that bright ice and snow. You think the doubt starts setting in. Like, maybe no one's going to come for us. Maybe we'd be better off. We made a mad dash for it across this frigid landscape. The ship's just ruined beyond repair. We're not taking it anywhere, but what if we took a lifeboat and sailed 2,000 something miles or something crazy like that across open ocean, not being able to navigate by anything besides the position of the stars at night? Do you think that we could do it? It's 1913. He doesn't have like a GPS watch. So Shackleton says, all right, boys, we're loading up one of the Endeavor's lifeboats and we're making a run for it. There is a mining settlement on the north side of this island. We can just make it there. Maybe we'll survive. And so they make a run for it. They just drag this lifeboat across the ice until they get to open sea. And the Endeavor just collapses underneath the ocean behind them, basically. Like, it just disappears into the ocean. Their trusty ship that carried them this far. And protected them from the elements for the past few months. Anyway, so they set out, again, navigating across this cold and wide open ocean in a little lifeboat, using nothing but like a sextant, maybe like an astrolabe, to see what latitude that they're at. Generally where they are, to find this little dinky island where the Dutch have this mining settlement. And they find the island. Not a single person had died. The lifeboat makes its way to this island, but here's the kicker. They landed on the south side of this island. The mining encampment is on the north side of the island. And this is not a small island, and the currents and the wind, they were not to their favor that they could just sail around the island and safely get to this settlement. After all of this group of 30 dudes has to make their way across land. We're talking like jungles and a small mountain range. They have to like climb a freaking mountain to get to the north side of this island. And once again, not a single person dies. Everyone, they meet up with the Dutch, who are very surprised to see Shackleton, or really anyone at all, emerging from the jungle, the mountainous jungle on the outskirts of their mining camp. And it's considered to be just one of the greatest achievements of human survival of this golden era of Antarctic and Arctic exploration. Just absolutely crazy. And last week, after it's been, 109 years. 109 years since all this happened, they found Shackleton's ship at the bottom of the ocean. In the middle of the Antarctic Sea. It's kind of an unexpected warm spell down there, so it's a little less ice than usual. And Shackleton's navigator had taken such precise notes that they had a pretty dang good idea of where they'd be able to find this ship. And it took them a couple weeks, but they finally did. And how this works is it's in international waters, so they can't even bring an artifact back. And they spent a week just like scoping things out, documenting everything, making sure that like treasure hunters can't show up and say, oh, we didn't take anything. And just completely ransacking this piece of history. The crazy thing is, you might be familiar with like Robert Ballard and his team that found the Bismarck, the German warship, and the Titanic. I think everybody knows the Titanic. The Titanic was, all of its wooden surfaces, all those beautiful wooden surfaces had been completely eaten through by this bacteria that just, it eats wood. You don't come across that many trees on the bottom of the North Atlantic, and yet there was still a group of organisms down there that were like, this shit's delicious, and just ate the Titanic from the inside out. But none of those organisms exist in the South Antarctic, like the Southern Sea. And so it's in pristine condition. Like, there's a little damage to the Endeavour because, well, it just sank to the bottom of the ocean and just crushed its way into the ocean floor. But it is in remarkably good condition. They released a photo. You can still clearly see Endeavour written on the stern of this ship. All the wood is still there. All the metal is still there. It just looks like a ship that just happens to be resting on the bottom of the ocean. It's so cool. I'm fascinated by this. What's a Titanic? Well, a Titanic is a plot device which sets up Kate Winslet and a young Leonardo DiCaprio to make sweet love in a 1912 Renault car and wind up. It's really a tragedy where Rose kicks him off a door, floating in this very cold swimming pool. So that's a Titanic. You would think that there'd be a more straightforward definition to it, but English is just a really weird language. But yeah, look this up. Look this up. The discovery of Ernst Shackleton's Endeavour ship. They just found it. Oh my gosh, when the Titanic movie dropped, it was rated R, right? It had to be. Kate Winslet was showing off her curves, language. I mean, 1,500 people died on film. And that was just the actors. In real life, it was even more. But oh my gosh, I watched. My buddy had the 2 VHS collection of Titanic, and I thought it was just like the greatest piece of movie making young me had ever seen. Besides Star Wars, of course. I was about at that same age. And so I can rattle off Titanic facts to this day like you would not believe. I inhaled so many books. There's so much brain matter up in my head that I could have used to like further my career or, you know, raise money for my family. What the hell, man? What the hell? Hang on. Oh, he got a shot off, you jerk. What are you even doing over here? What, are you like part of a convoy? Where's your homies at? I don't feel safe anymore. You guys like emerged from a cave? Huh, maybe you got lost. It's so tragic that his first thought is aggression. Maybe if he wasn't so just gray and pasty, he would have had a happier demeanor and would have been like, hey buddy, what you working on? I have a huge interest in crossbows. But yeah, there is just like a stupid amount of space in my brain that to this day is still taken up by Titanic facts. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why I was so fascinated by it. I think it's just like the combination of the science, the engineering, and the drama of it all. Why do I? Yeah, I'm getting into that. Like, why do I love talking about this much? Oh, why do I love talking this much in general? I don't know. I think because I'm so bad at having conversations. It's really easy for me to. I could have been a college professor, you know, not because like I'm particularly smart or anything, but because I think that I have an ability to talk at people. It's really hard for me to like change gears though sometimes. I get really locked into like a conversation topic and someone's like, "Oh, the Titanic. That reminds me of my interest in movie making. Are you familiar with the Wachowski siblings?" I'd be like, "Wait, my brain's still on Titanic. I can't process this on the fly. What are you doing?" I guess that's why I like talking so much. Is that like, it's hard for me to. I think it's. I'm perpetually plagued by doubt that people are not interested in what I'm talking about. And Twitch is nice because if people aren't interested in what I'm talking about, they could just leave. They could just go find another streamer. So presumably, if you're here hanging out with me, you're curious about what I have to say. So I think that just makes me a more comfortable conversationalist. And also, I think, RubyCat, I think why I like talking this much is that I know that my prospective career as the official spokesman of Wolf Brand Chili is just hanging on to my every word right now. So I have to prove to ConAgra Foods that I can truly ramble for hours and hours on end about nothing in particular in order to give the world the best sell for sweet, tangy, sultry, delicious Wolf Brand chili. So I think that's just a particular skill of mine that I'm honing. I'm honing my craft here in the virtual public. And also, oh, I just realized this. You guys know what this means? When inevitably we all leave this physical world behind and we're all just forever living in Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse, I'll be ready to go. I'll put the headset on and I will be the most natural conversationalist you've ever heard of in your life. Because I know that people can just like zip away and start a conversation with someone who looks like Ugandan Knuckles or some like weeb trash anime hero. I don't know. You're thinking too much. Let's hope the FBI isn't here. Oh boy. Quanticon says the awkward moment when you forget to talk in your mind that you spur out your thoughts in public. Dude, I'll talk about this. When I'm super anxious, like I do like just compulsively like say things out loud, just like quiet my brain a little bit, you know? And I don't think I've done that in public too much, which is probably a good thing. But I definitely have like my moments where I'm like, man, I don't want to be at the bank. And in my head, I'm going, oh God, get me out of here. I'm done with the bank. Get me out. Yeah, and RubyCat, being a traditional, a long-time Linux user, you know, online and digital privacy is always like near and dear to my heart. I call it like privacy as a hobby, just kind of an interest to me. And you think that like streaming and having like video evidence of everything that I say on Twitch would like dissuade me from doing this kind of thing? But like, I'm comfortable doing this, right? This is just me operating within my comfort zone. This is me saying that what I'm broadcasting out here, I don't mind saying. I got nothing to hide there. For some reason, it was just like in text. Preserving things in text, I find that just abhorrent. Not really. Everyone just has their own unique little boundary when it comes to that kind of thing. Some people are just like, how much do I have to hide? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. There is software out there that can identify users based on a photo of their face. It's true. It's a private company I believe they're US based that can do that. And originally it was just quote unquote for law enforcement purposes, but once that genie's out of the bottle, then it's just like, you know, that's really, I wish that was better legislated. Like there are reasons why governments introduce certain regulations. I think that the use of that kind of technology should be a little more tightly regulated, including tying the own government's hands to use it as well. Like you shouldn't have like be all willy-nilly with that kind of tech. You know, I never thought I had a doppelganger, and then you if you're a guy and you grow out your facial hair, I feel like that instantly makes you look like every other dude with a beard. It's just like when Breaking Bad was big, there was like this phenomenon on the wider internet where it's just like bald people in hats look like Walter White. Where it's just like it's this bald white dude who doesn't look anything like Walter White, but he has no hair and he's wearing a pork pie hat. Oh my god, that must be Walter White. Hugh, 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 Hugh. I feel like beards are like that too. Ruby Cat was wondering what I was doing before I started streaming. Playing drums. I think I think I was profoundly more interesting as a person before I started streaming, which seems counterintuitive. But like as my band kind of wound down and focused on different things, I just needed like some kind of live creative outlet because I wasn't gonna pick up a guitar myself, and my singing voice is like my singing voice sounds like if you just tied a bunch of cats together by their tail and swung them around your head. That's being overly generous to my awful voice. So, Twitch. That is the story of it all. Oh, I found his buddies. Not the buddy with the banner though. Like, what's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? No? Wonder where his homie went. I've talked about people who put ... dots like I'm gonna say, you know, the boomer approach to text messaging. There's no such thing as just one period. Right? It's just every sentence has to end with ... and they make it sound so ominous. Like only one person's really justified to end his text messages with ... and that's like Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers or Jason from the Friday the 13th movies. Like they have a whole reason to type ... Dot's like their whole thing. Silent, ominous, deadly. But if you just type like ... to a family member or like in an office setting, like screw you, man. Why are you making me so worried? What do you have planned? That's good. Oh, Quantagon, you're not gonna let me let this one go, are you? His text messages are literally a 70s fade out. Ah! Getting all worked up, man. Getting all worked up. Wait a minute. I got birch logs filtered, right? I do. That means I finally get to use these chests like this. Here's how it works, folks. Bang. All those birch logs. Boom. Automatically sorted. Grass blocks automatically sorted. I believe birch saplings. I will have to confirm. They're like right over here, right? There's oak saplings. Ah, I don't have the birch saplings yet. But, yeah, they'll work their way over here. They should already be getting populated. Maybe. Why are those numbers not going up? Oh, I know why. So since these are on the bottom, they have a very long trip. So the items go all the way around the top floor, the top shelf, which means they gotta go around here, all the way back there, back around here, all the way back there, back around here, all the way back there, and then they gotta do that same trip and then loop around and come back. So they're in the system right now, but at some point, this number should start going up if everything's working as expected. And I know for a fact that the piping works because I sent a test item all the way around before I had anything filtered. So, yeah, twiddle my fingers here. Any second now, this thing should be working for us. You know what's funny, Ruby Cat? The first time that I built this, because this is the second of these giant sorters that I built. This is the biggest, easily the biggest one that I've built. But once upon a time, I built another one of these on stream. And that one had a problem in the piping. And because I don't think through my decisions that well, I had a pickaxe in my hand. So I was like, I wonder if this hopper works. And I just go, boop. And the pickaxe immediately disappears into the hopper. There are over 1,300 hoppers around this build. And my pickaxe was just stuck somewhere in one of those hoppers. Any hopper that I checked, I had less than a 0.1% chance to find my pickaxe. It took me like 2 hours to find this pickaxe. But I found the pickaxe and I found the problem. It was kind of hellish. But I brought it upon myself. Like, it was totally my fault. I don't know why I do this to myself. What I do know is I want a few more of these carrots, baby. And I also want a few more fireworks. Can't wait until those are auto-sorted as well. Dude, I'm down to 24 FPS when I'm inside there. Like, that is a huge dump on my frames. I need to get a second farmer. I basically just need bulk villagers at this point, dude, so I can just like, all right, you're not gonna sell to me. I'll go find another farmer. You know? I wonder if I hold. Yeah, I definitely need more fireworks. What if I just like hold some emeralds up over here? If they'll be like, ah, yes, he has coin. Come here. I want to buy from you. Ah, he's like, screw you, man. I'm very proud of my fireworks collection. I think that it took me a long time. A lot of grinding. Grind City, baby. Just to get all those, all that gunpowder, mostly. Sugarcane was fairly easy, but gunpowder became easy once I had that creeper farm, I guess. Pretty sure my cactus farm is overflowing. Yes, it is. Yeah, villagers don't work like cows or pigs. You can't just, like, wave what they want in their face and they'll walk over to you. A guy can dream, though, right? I'm just dreaming of doing that. Oh, well. I was telling Zeta, I think for this floor, I want to do a compass rose. Basically just like build a nice, beautiful, elaborate compass pointing north, south, east, west. Just right here in the middle. And she was receptive to that idea. And I am also receptive to that idea because of a single movie starring Macaulay Culkin back in 1996, I believe, called The Page Master, where it's a nice, spooky, creepy library near his house, and he's got this sweet bike with this, like, yellow fucking panel on the front of it. I don't know. It was a cross between like a bike and a scooter. I thought it was really cool as a kid. Super rainy, so he takes shelter from the rain in this library. He's given a library card. After he gets the magic library card, he slips on the polished floor and knocks his head, and the entire movie takes place inside of his mind. Anyway, in the middle of the floor that he slips in, it looks like a compass rose, and I kind of want to recreate the Page Master floor right in the middle of this. That would entertain literally only me, and maybe people like very specifically close to my age. I don't think it was that popular of a movie, but that's what's on my mind. Yeah, if there are humans that come to money, yeah, isn't that right? It's just a hole for creepers to fall and kill you. So that's why I have those gates there. These are open gates, so I can pass through them up or down. So I can do this. Pew! Nice quick escape, you see? But that also means that mobs will not see that as like a path that they can take. They won't even know that that opening is there. At least that's how it should work. Maybe I'm wrong, and some creeper's just gonna ruin me. Well, we'll see. They can see you through open gates? Crap, I guess that makes sense. The zombies do walk through gates, don't they? And they can definitely push each... Dude, if there was a mob of creepers, though, like, I would just set down the keyboard. I'd just walk away from the desk, man. Like, that's some World War Z shit, but instead of zombies, it's creepers. Like, if they're that desperate to kill me, then they can have me. It's over. That's the end of the hardcore run right there. I saw an adorable post on the Minecraft subreddit a few days ago, where it was clearly a kid who's probably too young to be on Reddit or sites like that, you know, below the age of 13 in the United States. And it was just a very simple text post to the Minecraft subreddit. This just said, "My dad lost his hardcore world. He has a chicken farm. He stepped into the chicken farm and died." And it got like 1 billion upvotes. It was real shit content. Kids are... I thought it was adorable. Dad's probably just like, oh, besides himself. Do I want a bit? I don't really understand the whole bits thing. I think that bits are just like one more way for Twitch to make money off of us. So I don't know. I would like, no. I feel like this is a social experiment. I'm not taking the bit. I'm bucking the trend. I do not want a bit. I don't want to be that human that's just like sees the emerald waving in front of me and be like, yeah, I'll take that Twitch money. Nah, man. There are some users who have they stop by here and they clearly have something like malicious on their mind. Oh, well, you want the bit, so I can't have the bit. Hey, that's fair. They stop by and they're like, oh, you're playing hardcore. Well, if you throw yourself off that cliff right now, I'll give you 300 bits. Like, you can put like some weird dollar amount on how much love I have for a hardcore world. It just doesn't work like that. Unless ConAgra Foods is involved. I try to be incorruptible. Oh my god, the joke legend is back. Don't call him Sweat Daddy, Sweet Daddy. I just ate a kid's meal at McDonald's. His mom was really mad. Yes. Yes. That's good. Sweet Daddy, thank you for gracing us once again with your presence. I have to imagine, I think I said this last time you stopped by as well. I have to imagine that you have not even slept. You've not even walked away from Twitch.tv. It's just a 24/7 march from one Twitch user to the next, dropping some hilarious dad jokes on them, and then just, my work here is done, and you take off to the next URL. That's how I imagine it. Just this absolute Twitch superhero, bringing good cheer and, if not laughs, then just exasperated sighs. Even his eyes are ... twitching. Ah, very nice, very nice. My eyes do that when I'm tired, man. Like, I gotta get a good enough sleep, otherwise I'll be in a meeting at work and my lower eyelid will just go... Just can't control it. Too much, man. Oh my god, I almost swung. I was like, ah! He's just like, what the hell's going on here? He's chopping down our forest, but look, guys, I'm leaving this. I gotta get some flowers out here so I can pack them up. Dude, that would be the worst. Your eye twitches even when you do get enough sleep? Ah, man. I'll take a... Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Excuse me. It's a miracle my eye's not twitching right now. I'm trying to think like which of those what I have along those lines. It's not too much. My eyes water when I yawn. That happens regardless. Hello there. Was that enough of the Obi-Wan thing? I forgot I even made that one, Chevy. Well played. Well played. I felt like I had to take the beanie off there for a second. Just to, you know, show off my shameful flow compared to Ewan McGregor's. That's all I got, though. That's the only Obi-Wan thing. Hello there. Oh, that was more Alec Guinness. I think, Chevy, I'm having more of an old soul day today, so I was just imagining myself with some deeply gray and white hair. I already got the Alec Guinness hairline. Do the McGregor one. Okay, I need a sip of water. Gotta refresh. I've been doing a lot of talking this stream. Hello. Now I feel on the spot, man. I'm not sure if I can do it. Hello there. There we go. A little more life in that voice. Hello there. That still sounds like a pastiche. That sounds like a parody of Obi-Wan. I think there was just that one magic moment when Chevy was in the chat where I nailed the Ewan McGregor hello there. And you know, I'm just not that good at nailing Ewan McGregor, but I am good at selling and shilling for some delicious Wolf Brand chili. Ladies and gentlemen, you could spend all of your time sitting here watching me play Minecraft, or you can step away from the PC right now. Keep the audio-only option on your phone. Connect your phone via Bluetooth to your vehicle. Drive in your vehicle to the local grocery store with my sweet voice still in your ear. Head to aisle 7, get down, look at the bottom shelf, and then look up a little bit. And on top of the bottom shelf of your local chili aisle, you will find the sweetest, most beautiful, delicious, brown beanless chili that your eyes have ever laid themselves upon. You have cones and rods in your eyes specifically designed to pick out a can of Wolf Brand chili from the wilderness and use that to good use. We are hunters, we are gatherers, and for generations, humans have been hunting for Wolf Brand chili and gathering it to bring home for their family. So get out there and do that today. That was a more surreal one. I like it. That was good. Yeah, Ruby Cat, I love the invisible cup. Like, look at that. My face disappears. It's perfectly invisible. This particular chili can I have had since, I believe, January of 2018. Kilberry pointed out that there's actually, like, Wolf Brand cans don't quite look like that anymore. Like, there's some slight variations to the label design, and I really need to get a new one. This one is I would hate to like have it fall off my desk and crack open because I don't know what's lurking in that one anymore, to be quite honest with you all. That's scary to think about. But at the same time, like, this is my chili can, man. Like, this is how I got my start. So Chevy, the date on it is April Fool's Day. It's April 1st, 2019. So this can is almost 3 years, not since its manufacture date, but since its expiration date. I don't know, can you guys see this? This might mess with the green screen. Ooh, focus. I don't know. You see some dents in the top of it where I attacked it with like a, what'd I attack it with? Nail clippers. I took some nail clippers to it because I was joking about wanting to bust it open. on a stream back in the day. I think that was a Rocket League stream. Probably was if I was that amped up. While Wolf Brand chili itself is absolutely delicious, I would not recommend aging it 3 years past its expiration date. I feel like, dude, do you think if I ate whatever's in that can, I would become an X-Men? Like, it would just fundamentally change my DNA? And I'd become like a chili mutant? Chevy says, since the date is April Fool's Day, I wouldn't trust that can anyway. They might have put a fart in it. Aren't there Twitch streamers who do that? My friends were talking about that. There's like some Twitch streamer out there who just like, she sells her farts in a jar for like $1,000 per jar. And like, if people actually buy that there are some like wealthy, thirsty dudes out there. Thirsty for like a person's farts, dude. That is just like so far outside of like my own personal, idea of like attractiveness that I can't even. I don't know. I legitimately hope that she makes so much money off of those jarred farts, because it's so like I can't even imagine. What's up, Thor? He says there's a guy that reviews very old MREs, so I doubt that chili can's gonna do anything. Damn. Well, am I being pushed by a bee? What was moving me there? Oh, I think it was actually, yeah, it's just the shader pack effect of the leaves wiggling in the non-existent wind. Still, I feel like MREs and hardtack, that kind of thing. I feel like that's specifically designed to go far past its useful or its expiration date and still be useful. We're like, canned chili? Like, maybe I should eventually just open this thing on stream, right? Just try that, just to see what's lurking inside, because it's still sealed theoretically. It's got to still be airtight, because I do not smell. Granted, I don't like stick my nose right up against that can anytime too often, too regularly, but I don't smell anything, so maybe it's still good. I have seen, I think I've seen that channel, Thor. Didn't he open, he tried some literal Civil War hardtack, I think was the video that I saw, where it was, yes, very hard, and he had to dip it. What they were supposed to do with that specific Civil War hardtack was they were supposed to like dip it in their coffee. So he was supposed to get like a coffee going, and then dip the hardtack in there just to soften it up a little bit. There are, speaking of the Titanic, here's some of that useless Titanic knowledge I was talking about earlier. There are still extant examples, like existing examples of the MREs that were packed within each lifeboat. Like, each lifeboat had a certain amount of hardtack in it to keep the passengers alive at sea. And yeah, they have a few of those like on display in museums. Just like, this is literally a piece of bread that was on Lifeboat 14 of the Titanic. And it's still a piece of bread. Not all that interesting, but historical bread. Dude, I want to open up that museum. Just bread throughout history. Just different like grain products that were just happen to be nearby, right? That'd be good. That would be good. Like, what events would be in there? When Neil Armstrong first landed on the moon, do you think they had like any kind of like bread on the Eagle that they brought back to Earth? That would be a good one. Like, this bread was at Dealey Plaza, and it saw the second shooter when JFK was shot. Dark? Yeah, but I feel like the bread museum would have to go there. No, you couldn't call it the bread museum, because it's not the history of bread. It's just bread that witnessed history. So what would you call that? The bread next door? What's the one with houses? If these walls could talk, yeah, if this grain could talk, that's what I would do. Open when you have 1,000 followers. That might mean I never opened it. I don't know. Eat the content at 500 followers. Maybe that's a little more reasonable. I'm just a little over halfway there. What's funny is that I tend to pick up a lot of I tend to pick up a lot of followers when I'm playing like not Minecraft. Where Minecraft is like it's very much just like a slow burn, which I kind of like. Like the community aspect that my streams have now that I enjoy so much, like I'm not sure if that would still be there at like 500 or 1,000 followers. Or maybe it'd be like today where I've got what 283. But then a lot of them are just like, okay, that guy I followed like 5 years ago is streaming. I'll watch something else. I get it. Got a lot of options, man. It's crazy that you guys just want to spend that time with me. That's pretty sweet, right? I think so. Even when I'm just clearing out a damn forest and not doing anything in particular. There was one, I was saying that I was going out and watching a few of my contemporaries on Twitch. I was playing hardcore Minecraft and I was like, you know what? I wonder what it's like to watch someone on Twitch. And so I went out, you know, and I landed on this guy he was in his 60s, a retired corrections officer, apparently. That's why he put in his bio. And he was playing hardcore Minecraft. And I was like, all right, I can vibe with this. Dude seems pretty chill. And he was on like day 100. He was really just getting off the ground. Which sometimes, I sometimes say is my favorite part of Minecraft. That was pretty neat. He was fun to watch. I have too much to say. I'm like a 90-year-old grandpa. Well, you know, I just get one day closer to that goal every day, Ruby Cat. I just want to be 90 years old, hunched over and wearing suspenders. I can't pull off suspenders right now. I think that when I hit 90, that's when I'm going to give myself the thumbs up to pop on some suspenders. And yeah. I was just like looking at the top of the chat as I see it. I see fart in a jar Martin. So I was going to say, I'm going to turn 90 and that's when I'm going to have the suspenders that I'm going to pop, you know, just pop. And then also fart in a jar. That's why I give myself permission to do that too. And what are you going to do with those 1,000 bowls of chili there, Ruby Cat? What you got on your mind? I believe you have options. Why do I keep yawning? Oh no. Am I going to pronounce the second longest word in Turkish? Is that what's about to happen here? There it is. Audik Gadir. That only has so many letters in it. I feel like I did an alright job on that. It's actually a strange thing. Okay. You've piqued my curiosity. So Chevy knows what I just said. Chevy, how bad is it? Did I just say something terrible? Oh no. Thor says, a quick Google and says, as long as the can has been stored at moderate temperature, which it has, No corrosion on the can and intact seal. Canned food would be fine almost indefinitely. I might die trying this, but get a rocket out of here. Oh, that worked out. Welcome. Oh no. Oh, Ruby Cat, run. Extanium's here. What's funny, Thor, is that, like, if you look at, I wouldn't count that as corrosion. There's like a single edge on this can that's just, you can't even tell on this messed up webcam. That just tiny little bit of corrosion to it. But no, it looks good. It looks good. Extanium! That was so bad, says Ruby Cat. Okay, I'll try one more. Ooh, excuse me. Let's try one more time. Yeah, the Ruby Cat doesn't have ads. Oh, shit. I just said Thor's name and he just got an ad. It's like I'm just, Jeff Bezos is waiting at his $700 billion mansion, waiting to push the button. Just like, Thor. All right, send him an ad, boys. So I'm going to try this again. Audek Gadir. Audek Gadir. Woo, Chevy's calling out Extanium. Says, you run 4 ads every 5 minutes. Shush. How I have it set up is I think I have it set up to show the least amount possible, which is a single ad when you join the stream, and then like once per hour, I believe. And of course, Twitch does that nefarious way to get streamers to ask for subs, which, if you're a subscriber, like Chevy and Ruby, I know for a fact you don't get those ads. Because that's how Jeff Bezos buys his 7th gold toilet, you know? So what we got here? Am I just going to keep whacking down trees? I think we got to... Dude, stuff is still being offloaded. Wow, yeah. Oh, I mean, I did just offload those, didn't I? But yeah, we're getting some logs. This is good. I will say, Extanium, something I just saw. I haven't tested it out yet myself, but there's an ad blocker if you're watching on a computer that specifically handles those Twitch in-video ads, where instead of like having an ad up in the top right, moving your content up to the top right and showing the ad in the center, it will just show a 480p version of your stream where the ad used to be until the ad ends, and then you move on. Did you know you can get a free sub every month with Prime? It has way more goodies. Try it now. I feel like I've seen that specific wording on Twitch. Ruby Cat, what did you ask me to say? I'm Google translating it. I'm going. Getting translation. It says OWDI is gay. in Uzbek. Who's OWDI? Who's Audek? That is just like that's classic high school. Oh, look at that. So Audek is a friend's name. Gay deer is gay. I got you. Oh my god, you're gonna clip it and send it to him. This is Ruby's basically just used my bowls of chili as like a what's that celebrity thing? A cameo, a free cameo. What we got going on over here? 38 more blocks of iron. Not too shabby. It is getting kind of warm in here, man. Look at this. Oh, it's working right now, in fact. Look at him go. This chest is filling up. And what's cool is that when this chest fills up, this one on top of it will automatically start getting populated. What's wild is like back in the day, like that was such a common insult just around school. Just I don't know, pretty much everywhere from what I understand. And then like it was like one day just like a switch flipped. Everyone's just like, yeah, you know. People like people. Some people like people of the same gender. Some people like people of every gender. And then it's just like, all right, well that kind of lost its teeth. Move on to other things. Find more creative ways to insult your friends. So what do we got here? Oh my god, I don't want to fill all these chests. So Chevy did know what was going on right from the start. I just need more sand in general to populate these. Maybe I should go to the desert. Maybe that's the next move. So that's filtered. What can we just like toss in here? We got dirt. That's filtered. Grass blocks or not. Let's do this actually. Time to collect those bees. Oh my god, this is so pretty without the trees. I regret nothing. I regret nothing taking on those trees. Oh my gosh, the bee was in there. Is there another bee in there? Am I making a sound? It is. It's just, it's full of honey. I gotta make that bee farm, dude. Keep saying I'm going to. Where's the other bee? Maybe he's gonna get all pollinated and go back in there. Oh, there's the other one. Yeah, little baby bee. Oh shit, that one was that was already full of bees, dude. So if I wait until nighttime, this one will be completely full. Okay, there's one. There's two. Can we get a third bee in there? And then maybe the baby would just be mad at me? Oh? Oh? Yes. Almost there. Is the baby bee gonna like knock him out? I think that these only hold 3 bees total. Gimli does have Silk Touch. He's in. Let's go. Boom. I'm taking these back. And I'm a terrible person. I'm just leaving that bee parentless and homeless. Leaving it on the streets for it to fend for itself. I'm a monster. I ain't that upset. Whoop. Yes, another hive from my collection. I'm gonna fill that in. That little thingamajigger there. Little pit. My brain's just falling apart, y'all. Still got a little bit more time before the blessing of the kegs. And Ruby, maybe at this point, maybe 2 hours and 14 minutes into the stream. Is it possible I'm actually talked out? That was a nice moment of silence there. You guys just like, finally. 1 second. Where you going? All right. Thank you for waiting. I'm back. Right? Mic is on? Yeah, mic is on. We're good. We're good. We're good. Good. As I explained, I believe last stream, like these are the two big obnoxious projects that I've been jumping back and forth. Building the item sorter and also clearing out this forest. And the item sorter, as you can see, all I gotta do is finish the filters. That's gonna be hella tedious. Not looking forward to doing that. Not particularly interested in doing that on stream either, just because it is just kind of a little CPU intensive. I only got so much brain power, and I prefer rambling to just like doing this mental calculus in silence on camera. You know, vintage ballparks, vintage baseball fields. Those also fascinate me. Maybe on the level of the Titanic as well. I've been listening to a few episodes of a pretty good podcast, which has just gotten started, all about interviewing players and broadcasters and fans, people who have attended all of these cathedrals of baseball, which are no longer with us. And it's awesome. It's kind of tangential to the actual ballparks. It's just like, tell me about your life in baseball, and like with a focus on ballpark related questions. But I love that kind of thing too. Just because baseball in particular has such a they're so ready to just like tear down old stadiums and move on to the latest and greatest. Like the worst example would be like the Texas Rangers. They had the ballpark of Arlington, which I believe opened like 20 years ago, something like that, and they already want to replace it. The Atlanta Braves had Turner Field, which was Olympic Stadium. The 1996 Atlanta Olympics were held in that stadium. It was expressly built for the 96 Olympics. And that stadium lasted until like, 2018? Then they're like, I want to tear down this field and build a new one. Out of town, but where all the rich people are. So we can cash in on their money. I'm sure it was a great financial move, but like, you go to an old baseball field and it's just like the amount of history that you feel there. Can't beat it. Like Wrigley Stadium, or Wrigley Field, is a dump. And it was a dump when it opened for the Chicago Whales in 1914 in the Federal League, which was a professional baseball league that lasted just that one season, because they felt like the National and American leagues were not paying the players right, which they were not. And of course, big business National and American leagues, they squeezed out the Federal League, and that stadium went to the Cubs. Anyway, absolute dump, but it's a historic dump. It's a dump that's been there for a long time, and that makes it important, damn it. I do want to see a game at Wrigley sometime, even though they are my baseball team's long, bitter rivals. Just because I want to feel the history, man. Just like Babe Ruth. Did Babe Ruth play in that stadium? Actually, probably not. Because at that time, the American League and National League, those teams only played each other in the World Series. There was no other, like, interleague play. They introduced interleague play in 1997. A little before Babe Ruth's time. But still, some, like, huge names came through there. Or like the original Comiskey Park on the south side of town for the Chicago White Sox. That went up in, I think, 1910, and they disposed of it unceremoniously in 1990. Like, that was a temple of baseball, and Babe Ruth definitely played there. Shoeless Joe Jackson, the Black Sox scandal. I don't know, man. I think that Europeans get that kind of feeling of just... It's a little easier to get that feeling of wonder over there just because everything is so much older. Seems that those cultures over there, they have less of a tendency to build intentionally disposable things, planned obsolescence. You don't see quite as much of that around here. And also, America is just a much younger country in general than a lot of those over there. Man, y'all, I had my usual Saturday torta cubana, and that is weighing me down in my chair right now. Am I getting all pixely? My bitrate taking a nosedive? Comcast? Do I have to call you up again and shake my fist at you? Jesus. Yeah, it looks like my KBS is taking a dive, dude. For half a second, I looked back off in this direction. Thought I saw that banner dude I've been waiting for, the banner pillager. Finally give me my bad omen. But no, I'm just a little paranoid. Just a little bit of paranoid. Wow. Just imagine this whole forest wiped away. Just imagine all of these trees just cut down, swept off the face of the Minecraft earth, and replaced by soulless cities. Villagers swarming all over the place, all of whom I can trade with to get infinite amount of lapis lazuli. Oh, I can witness it. I can see it. I can feel it in my bones. This would be a nice place to plant a city. If I ever make it out here. I think the carrot on a stick with survival Minecraft. What really keeps me going with this game is that it's really easy to look at landscapes like this and immediately envision everything I can do with it in my head. And my imagination always bites off more than I can actually chew. Like, I don't know about building a whole city because when I build these buildings, I'm more detail oriented than I think I am, maybe, or maybe less sure of myself than I think I am, at least when I'm looking at things from the 5,000 foot perspective, as opposed to being down there on the ground. Hey, welcome back, Unknown X. It's going good. I'm just putting off finishing my giant item sorter because I'm at the last tedious step of it, which is populating the filters, of which there are over 1,000. And that's just a lot of manual placing of blocks that I don't enjoy. And so I decided I'd clear more of this forest, which will eventually make way for, perhaps, a village. Let me show you all what I was talking about with, like, I envision a road, a footpath, that poor baby bee still abandoned, just going like right along. I don't know about this part, but just going right along here. So you look to the side and there's this beautiful, beautiful natural canyon. I might eventually have something on the other side there too. I want to do like the Steven Spielberg thing of just like, imagine this in 1.75 widescreen with THX audio. Oh my God. Picture the scene. E.T. just right there. No. But yeah, the road follows along here. Very natural, just sheer cliff face. I might put a few trees on there, maybe some like bushes. Yeah, I left a couple trees down there. Get rid of these. Yeah, just have the road like follow this path here. And then just have buildings kind of built into the hills a little bit. I think that's probably my best bet as far as like managing this varied terrain, which I would really like to preserve just because I really like the looks of this. It's almost terraced, you know? There's multiple terraces to these hills. Yeah, it's not just because they're made out of blocks. It's not just you, Unknown X. I think that my internet is not having a great time with this stream right now. So I don't know what else to do. I could try to reset my router, but